Hello, hello. I'm here again. Time to do some makeup and get ready because today it's Tuesday, but it feels like Friday because in a little bit Kaspar's gonna make some more frites and then a friend is coming over and we're gonna eat and then we're gonna go to a pub to watch the soccer game because it's Sweden against Poland, so it's gonna be exciting. I really like soccer, but the thing is that I don't really have any favorite team, so I don't follow any league or anything. It's just when it's some kind of championship then I'm really invested. So that's what we're gonna do today. First some makeup, gotta look fresh for the football. Well, no, but a lot has been going on lately actually, because I was in Stockholm like a week ago and then it was some kind of like in-between time after I came back from Berlin. But actually this whole summer is just about like preparing for the move that is actually going to take place in the end of this month, in the end of July, because I don't think I've properly told you about it. It's been something that I've been like kind of planning for a longer time, because we're actually gonna move up to the north of Sweden, or it's actually just like in the middle of Sweden, but it's a very, long country, you know. Anyways, because I'm actually from there, I'm from Sundsvall, kind of, but into like the middle of the country, and there's this like this county that is called Ånge, and that's where I'm from. And then there's also this school that is in another village there, and they do mostly like folk high school courses. It's for adults, it's for like people who are like past high school in general, but it's like that level of education. So I'm actually gonna study a vocal course there, because I went and did the audition in March already, and then my boyfriend applied to the stage technician course, and that's more like a, not just on high school level, more like a education for profession, you know. So he got in, and yeah, I actually got this idea, I think it was around December, because I was a little bit unclear about what I wanted to do, like music-wise. The only thing I knew was that I wanted to perform more, to actually maybe be involved with other musicians, do more things, but it felt like I was a bit stuck here in Båstad because I really lacked community. But I could also have gone to Malmö, because my initial plan living here in Båstad was that I was gonna go to Malmö like every week and try to take part of that music scene. But then it was just a bit inconvenient because it takes like 1.5 hours on the train to go there, and it's not even that bad. But then if you count in like the time to get to the station, get off the station, go to whichever place, it might be even like 2 hours, even more, in just transportation. And it wouldn't, of course that's not impossible either, but I think it just got a little bit too complicated, that it's not very cheap to go on train, and I was just there. Sometimes it's hard to do things when it's not convenient and when you don't have like some kind of entrance to it, that you know someone and you know where to go and where to start. So nothing really happened with that, and I was just here, and it was cool like last year, because then I really got like the peace of mind to write a lot of music, and I took some time off working part-time jobs and solely focused on creative things. So it's been a really good thing for me to live here in Båstad, where it's very small, I don't have a social life whatsoever, so I can just focus on myself. But then I know it's also not that healthy to not have a social life in the long run, because I am a pretty introverted person, but I'm also pretty social and I like having friends and doing things. So I'm actually really looking forward with this move, because I hope I can find some friends at the school. And even if I don't, it's not the end of the world, because I have some friends in Sundsvall. 2 of my closest friends live there, so I could always go and visit them on the weekends, because it's like an hour ride on the train or with car in between Fränstad, the village is called, where we're moving, and Sundsvall. And this time I'm actually gonna do it because I have so yeah, I'm not that worried about like finding friends, so I'm trying to be more like open-minded and not put so much expectations on it, because I know I have my friends in Sundsvall and they're not that far away, so it will be good. Now I actually need to start putting on makeup. I'm just holding this mascara here, but I'm gonna start applying. But yeah, so that's like the biggest thing that's about to happen, the biggest life change, and I think it's gonna be exciting. I hope Kasper will also like it up in northern Sweden, because it is colder than here in the south, especially in the winter, but it's like another kind of cold. It's more crisp and kind of nice and refreshing. Here in the south it's usually not even snow, and it's just like kind of humid and not really enjoyable. So I hope he will like it. Otherwise I'm like, okay, fuck it, we'll just try, because I'm kind of having some vision of myself living in northern Sweden again, hopefully moving back to Sundsvall even, because I really want to move back to Sundsvall and live there, because it's kind of my hometown. It's where I lived in high school, and my mom lives there and all relatives and friends, so I would love to live there. But then I'm not sure how I will like it, and I'm a little bit scared that I won't thrive there, that it will be a bit like going back and getting a bit blocked, because I'm back in like the same environment where I was when I was younger and where I felt really bored and stuck back then. But now I think I'm a whole different person in a way, because I'm no longer curious about what it's like to live in a big city, living abroad, because I already did that and it was a lot of fun, but I didn't really thrive from it. Because now, since I've been living here in Båstad, which is pretty small, it's like 5,000 people living here, and I really realized that I thrive from being in like a smaller, calmer place, surrounded by a lot of nature. So I know like in that aspect it won't be boring, because it's not like I'm all about clubbing and partying and doing crazy things all the time like I was before. So in that aspect it will be fine, I think. But we'll also see what Kasper thinks. It's both the thing with the cold and also the thing that he doesn't know anyone there, so he will also have to find some friends, maybe become better friends with my friends, and to also find some sort of community up there. But that's like sort of my vision with this move. But we're first gonna do the school. My studies are 1 year, Kasper's is 2 years, and then we'll see what we're gonna do, but I'm really excited about it. And I think the summer so far has been really nice, because I haven't been working so much. I actually plan to just like continue working as usual, a little bit more than part-time, because like one of the bosses at the grocery store actually said that there would be a lot of extra shifts in the summer, but then it's like barely been any, and I don't mind actually, because it's good for me to just have a little bit more time for myself, my creative projects, also to organize this move. Because the good thing about working at the grocery store in comparison to restaurant, as I worked before, is that I actually make more money, because they have a really good like bonus on the weekend and on evenings, because then you get like I think 50%, 70%, 100% even on the weekend, like double on your hourly pay. So paycheck's been way better than before. So I actually have some to live from now, so it's not that stressful. So I'm just trying to enjoy my time a bit more and try to like land a bit more in myself, because it feels like when I'm working a little bit more, it feels like I'm going into this role of being more professional, being really like nice and friendly. And of course I am that also, like the real me is also nice and friendly, but it's like, I don't know, you're in this sort of role to be a good co-worker, a good employee. And then I just get kind of stuck in that headspace, and I'm not really having any headspace left for thinking like deeper thoughts, more creative thoughts, being more present and just being in my own feelings. Then I'm more in this doing mood, in this, okay, now I'm gonna work, I'm gonna be effective, I'm gonna do this and this and this. And then when I get home, I'm also like, I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna write to-do lists. So I'm trying to land a little bit more in myself now and find some kind of, I don't know, grounding energy so I can go into this new chapter in life with the move and the school and like the new village we're gonna move to with some more clarity and some more presence. Because I also really want to take this time to get more clear about what my intentions are for starting to study again and what I actually want to get out from it, and also what I want to do next with my music. So I really want to get clear on that and actually have the time to think about it and not just be fully focused on working. So I think it's cool, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm having a little bit of a hard time to relax because I'm wanting to be effective and to be productive, but in the same time I'm also telling myself, now we're also gonna chill, now we're also gonna take time off. And then I'm just torn between the two, because sometimes I'm feeling guilty that I'm not enjoying the summer more and that I'm not chilling more. And when I'm trying to do that, I feel guilty sometimes because I'm not productive enough and not effective enough. So I just need to pick a side each day or for a little period of time and stick with it, instead of just doing nothing on either of the things, because I'm just torn between and feeling guilt tripped by myself. Okay, I'm gonna finish up this makeup now and then wait till Casper get home so he can do the dishes, because usually I'm such like a freak about wanting everything to be clean before I go to bed, because I really hate waking up to a messy kitchen. But the thing is that I think I'm like usually the one who decides about a lot of things in this household. So this time I was like, okay, I'm gonna let Casper have his will and his way this time. And this is what we have. And now it's like 5 o'clock and this is left from yesterday. But I'm trying to not get so bothered, because I am a cleaning freak, I admit it. But sometimes I'm just trying to accept that living in mess doesn't have to be the end of the world. I can still feel the peace of mind. Kind of. I'm trying. So it's a new day today and I'm not having super much planned. I woke up a little bit late because I was out a bit late yesterday with the soccer game and everything. So then in the afternoon I'm gonna go to the gym. It's a little bit weird going inside to work out when I could just be outside, but I just hate running when it's too hot, so inside it will be. And then I'm gonna get some groceries, make some dinner, yeah, edit a little bit, all the nice things. But yeah, here we are. I'm really gonna miss this walk when I move, because it's so nice. It's by the water, because here is a little forest and back there is the ocean. Yeah. So now I'm back home and I got some groceries, also took a shower, so now I'm ready to make dinner. And I'm gonna make sticky tofu. I found this really good recipe from a guy who's called Rilke Eats. I think I'm gonna write it here. It's in German though, but I think you can find a good recipe anywhere on the internet because it's not super complicated. I think like the most important thing is just that you try to get rid of some of the moisture in the tofu, then coat it with corn flour, fry it, make it a bit crispy, and then you kind of like fry it again on super low heat in the sauce. And it becomes really nice. I'm really excited to make this. I also got like 2 packages of tofu so that I can make lunch boxes also. Because lunch boxes is gold. Saves you from being hungry and not having anything to eat. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna show you which ingredients I use also.